That is good banter.
And Timmy, over to you, buddy boy.
Hello, good banterers, member of the Dog Shit Police,
whoever you are.
whoever you are, whatever you refer to yourself as. It is episode 72.
The time of the week.
Chris Mew. It's 72.
Chris Mew.
What
He's a second cousin of mine, or second uncle, or
Chris Mew.
related somehow. He used to live down Rosebud Way.
Okay.
The old Chris Mew. Unfortunate little rhyming slang.
Apparently he loves it.
Oh, the old
I mean,
spew.
imagine
Chris Mew having a spew.
There's young people that would not have watched a minute of Chris Mew play footy. That would have a Ralph out the back of the footy club rooms, and their mates would yell out, "Oh, look at you having a Chris Mew."
Having a Chris Mew.
What would yours be? I reckon if you like yours, if you walked into a party,
Yep,
and it was going off, you could say this place is Evan Hocking.
Rocking.
Rocking.
I was sort of going shocking, but
okay, yeah, I guess.
It can go either way.
I guess Chris Mew could have easily been, I'm going to do a Chris Mew, like a poo or a spew. As bad as spew is, it's better than poo.
It's better than poo, yeah. So
what could mine be? This place, Siegert,
Reegert, Sneegert,
this place is
Feegert,
this Tommy,
Neegert,
Tom. This place is
Tommy.
This place is
Tommy.
Tom. The bomb.
Tommy.
It's fucked.
Tommy.
Got nothing to work with.
Tommy.
Tommy. Tom.
Nobby.
Cock.
Bag.
Condom. Bomb.
You're fucked.
Places are... it's fucked.
Nah, it's not working.
Anyway.
It's not working, but that's a good way for like Chris Mews, or a good way for your name to live on, even if you're a shit footballer. And Chris Mew wasn't a shit footballer.
He would be 7-time. A 5-time premiership player.
I think he got sick of winning them, I think.
Well, yeah, it was along with Dermy and
Dunstall.
And,
he was up there.
Couldn't give a tuck.
No, he couldn't give a tuck.
His son was playing out at Berwick, and he was absolutely fucking dominating.
With Travis?
The one that was unfortunately the first and only guy to
get done
with the 3 strikes, but he's really got his stuff together.
Turkey.
And absolutely dominating in the Eastern Footy League. They reckon he could play till he's older than his old man, but he's become a real mentor to the young guys about the drug taking and that sort of thing. Because if anyone knows what it can do to a life, old Tucky can. But he's
it's no good. He got caught in his car, didn't he? He just fell asleep or something, didn't he?
I think he was off. Yeah,
he was off his head.
It was a pretty bad state with the pipe and so forth.
Yep.
But look, we all make mistakes.
Don't think
the young, tell you what, the young doggies. Smith, he's fucking stepped up to the plate, didn't he? Where was he interviewed with that hat that was fucked? It was like he just, it's like they just
he'd
bailed
come
him
off
up
a bender. He'd come out a revolver.
But hats off to him. Or fucking hat's fallen apart to him. It was no press conference. He was just bailed up. I don't know where the fuck he was. Looks like he was walking through a park or what he was doing.
Yeah, pants on.
Had no pants on. His hat was fucked.
Rock hard.
But he was, mate. He just told it how
it
was.
Female. Maybe he had female tracky dacks on.
Hats off to him if he did.
Loves
Hat
those.
to him if he did.
Yep.
Because female tracky dacks are the way to go. It doesn't matter where your life's headed. You whack on some female tracky dacks and you're back on track.
Mate, you're going good.
Back on tracky dacks.
Yep.
Yeah, well, what are we...
so what? They bailed him up and he just answered everything.
Ever seen the interview?
Nah.
I thought it was really good.
I don't watch the news.
Yeah, it was on the socials.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't mind it. He was sort of honest. He told it how it was. He played the mental health card, which...
Mate, you lost one grand final, mate. I lost 35 prelims. Did you see me fucking sooking about it?
Yeah. Probably didn't have many people...
think you got anxiety.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
But he got stuck. And what is he, 19?
Yeah, 19, 20.
But anyway, he'll be all right. He'll be better for the run, I reckon.
You eating the mandarin again, Tommy?
Eating the mandarin. I don't know if it's any good for me. I don't know why I
don't know why you do it.
I always feel the need to eat a mandarin when we're recording this. Gives me a bit of energy. But
maybe you could sit here for an hour and not fuck around with the sound and listeners, and maybe show them a bit more respect, Tommy.
Yeah, that's a good point. But last week spoke about my Rat Pack.
Yes.
Yeah, was it last week's episode?
That was last week, mate. It goes quick.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. So that was Wednesday night, Gisborne Hotel, Rat Pack, me, Swanee, Jono, Didak, but most importantly, Heath Shaw.
Heath Shaw.
Good chat with Heath Shaw.
He's good.
Really good guy.
Was he listening? He seems like he's always darting off. I reckon if anyone needs ADHD tablets, it's...
100%.
he's sure.
He's all over the road. He needs some tablets. He's fucking darting off, looking at his phone. He's looking at shit. He's all over the road. But anyway, so just 2 days later, Trinity Football Club, luncheon, casino, I'm on to entertain the troops. Who else is on?
Joy!
Heath Shaw, my old mate Heath Shaw.
Do you remember you?
Went up to Heath Shaw. G'day, buddy. How you going? Yeah, not bad, mate. He didn't fucking remember me. It had been 48 hours. 48 hours. Fucking
you got
48 hours.
Photos with him. You had your stupid helmet. Oh, no, you didn't have your helmet on.
Didn't have my helmet on. So, no, but I didn't have my helmet on when I went and I was doing my suburban footballer character at the Trinity function.
Yep.
But when I went up and said hello, it was me. I reckon I was nearly wearing exactly the same thing.
Yep, you would have.
Way to break a fucking kid's heart.
Oh, mate, you don't care. Mate, you're very unmemorable, Tom.
Very unmemorable.
What are you? You're not unmemorable. If you get on the YouTube, have a look at Tommy's old socks.
Yeah, got the socks heaved up. I've been out with Jimbo
socks?
Jones.
Did you bloody rob a 70-year-old bloke for his fucking socks?
They're not, they're right. They got
the old Dickies.
the old Dickies socks.
Oh, they're the old skater socks. You're just a
not
skater
a 7-year-old skater. Went down the
bowl.
Down the bowl, and had me only ever real punch on down the Wodonga Skating Bowl. And then not only ever punch on, but only organised, sanctioned. I'd call it a sanctioned function.
So it was almost like a Corey Worthington, bring your mates along and kick the shit out of Tom Siegert.
It was a big event. It was me. I was probably in year 9 maybe, and anyway, I bumped me and this guy. I was one of the footy boys. He was one of the skater crew.
Jock versus the skater boys.
Skater sort of bit of druggy sort of crew.
Oh,
But he was a bit bigger than me. I reckon he would have been a year younger than me, but a lot bigger than me, which wasn't hard. I wasn't a big unit, and I don't know. I think the tension had been growing. Might have been over a girl or something, and we bumped into each other in the corridor, Wodonga High School corridor. I had a few words, and then
were you scared?
I was terrified.
Terrified, yeah.
I was terrified because I had exactly 0 moves. I didn't know. I didn't know what to do, but me mate, a good mate of mine, he certainly had been in a few scraps, so we had 3 days to prepare. You know, quite often, if you had a big title fight, you might have a few months to prepare.
Yep.
I had 3 days.
It's like maybe your first route or something. Sometimes it comes out of the blue. Other times you got time to prepare, and you think, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start eating right. I'm going to start, getting in the mood, and then it just goes to shit.
I had no time.
No time to prepare. Maybe that was a good thing.
Yeah, well, 3 days is still a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah. Were you a bit different at school? Were you sort of...
it was a mess.
Could you see him at school? Was there any
we'd bump into each other, and to be honest, I don't reckon he was looking forward to it either. We're both... we both weren't real fighters, but we're in too deep. We're in it up
peer pressure.
We're in it up to pussy's bow, as they say.
Pussy's bow, yeah.
And
had to talk around the school. So was it in the school newsletter?
Yeah, it was in the school newsletter.
Tom Siegert, and what was the dude's name?
Oh, I can't remember.
Tony Hawk or Bo Burnham?
No, I forget his name. Nice enough guy. Nice enough guy.
Except he kicked the shit out of you.
Anyway, so it was I remember it was in between. It was after school, before basketball. So we had to. It was a bit of a hike. We had to go down the skating bowl, and I remember it was near Wodonga West Primary.
Oh, Wodonga West. That doesn't sound like a place where too many intellectuals are hanging out. That sounds like Glass Barbie territory.
It's not the place where you wanted to have a fight, because down there that was down near the projects.
There were no rules.
No, they grew up fighting.
They had nothing to live for.
So we weren't. We certainly weren't the private school, but
living under bridges.
West, we were fucking. We were like
doing all right.
Hills compared to West. So anyway, so they are a big crew down there.
Was it one of those ones? Because I know fights after school, it always dragged. Like the bell went, people grabbed their bags, and then it was off. It was like the Neil Danaher march to the G for the Big Freeze. Were people doing that?
It was like the march to the Big Freeze.
The march to the Big Freeze.
We had some beanies
Tommy
made up
to get the shit
to raise money for my inevitable trip to the hospital.
Did some dickhead dress up as and go in the ice bath?
Yeah, there was. It was a big event.
It was a big freeze before the Big Freeze.
Prime TV was down there. Prime Possum was down there, the mascot. And anyway, my mate had me around at his place, He had a bag, so he a punching bag.
What?
So
Oh, punching
yeah,
bag, thanks.
so a bag
Well,
would have done
Bailey
me
Smith
more
had
good, I
helped
reckon.
him, yeah.
So I was on the punching bag, and we got about 10 minutes in. He said, I think your plan should be you just run up and just try and knee him in the guts.
Knee him in the
Because
guts.
I couldn't punch.
Nah,
My punches
nah.
had no.
Throwing them.
They were inaccurate.
Were you getting?
And there was
I
no
reckon.
power behind
Did you put the I reckon you'd be when you first go to clench your fist. I reckon you'd be a thumb inside the fist guy
Just
first
no
up.
idea.
No
No
idea.
idea. He said-
Keep the thumb outside, or you're going to break your thumb, Tom. What are you doing, you idiot?
Yeah, so it
got
was,
no
it was
idea.
basics. It was boxing 101. They'd teach me from the start. But I reckon he was in the same boat. So anyway, we've met down the bowl, big crowd. And,
Huge.
we've gone at each other. And we eventually, we both stood within a metre of each other and just went toe-to-toe for about 30 seconds.
And was it
we were
like
exhausted.
Hang on, was it like at the when they land a skate move and the skaters get the skateboards and bang it on the side of the bowl? Were people doing that when he
Nah.
punched you in the head?
No, people were just sort of standing around, just laughing.
Well, it's quite pathetic.
The only
actually.
noise was laughter.
Were they yelling out fight, fight, fight?
Yeah, it was.
That's the old classic, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was a.
never
But one
changed
move
too
I
much.
did. I don't regret much in life. But there's a regret. A move I did, and we're both because we went toe to toe for about 30 seconds. Fatigue set in. We
Yep.
took a step back, and not one of us had landed a single punch, which is a miracle because we were within 30 centimeters. 30 centimeters of
Were
each
you
other.
were you a head up puncher, or you were
Oh, it
sort
was
of
down.
more like
It
you
was
were
down.
freestyling?
Real freestyle swimming style.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yep.
we stood back, and no contact had been made by either side. So I said, all right, let's go back in again. So we went in, and I thought, that's it. I'm going the big haymaker.
And was there actual hatred to this guy? Were you literally like
We didn't like each other, but deep down,
you didn't want to fight?
we didn't want to fight. I didn't want to fight. I don't think he wanted to
Should have
fight.
had a skate off.
I couldn't skate.
No, well maybe
Maybe
you
a handball comp or
maybe you could do maybe 5 kicks for goal, and then you go to the skate bowl, and if he lands a kick flip, and
something. Okay.
you could fuck each other up that way, and maybe you probably didn't have to fight. You could have thought outside the square there, but
It was pressure. There was pressure.
there's a lot of pressure.
And I've gone in, and I've thought, I'm fatigued setting in. The lactic acid build-up's unbelievable. I haven't landed a punch yet.
It's
There's
scary.
a big crowd.
Was there any chicks with like
Oh, there were girls.
holding up signs like round 1? That was pathetic in
Maybe
their
they would
bikinis
have.
or something.
If but they would have only needed the round 1 card girl because this thing wasn't
Wasn't going the
any further.
distance.
No, it wasn't going the distance. We were both fatigue was really setting in, so I've gone the big haymaker. Missed him by a country mile,
Okay.
so my right hand's over that side, and then I've gone and tried to hit him on the way back.
Oh, the old.
I don't think it has a name.
The double whammy.
I don't think it
no
has a
one
name.
fights
I
like
don't-
that. No.
and-
I watch it. Fuck all MMA, but no
everyone
one's really
laughed.
doing the old double whammy.
And everyone laughed, and I was just thinking, this is no good.
You're not a fighter,
I'm
Tom.
not a fighter. This is shit. I'm making a fool out of myself. And then to me mate's credit, he's sort of come in and he sort of, I don't know what he was doing. He sort of tied his right arm in his belt, and he said,
Have a go at me.
have a go at
You
me.
might
I'll
be able to
fight you
hit
with
me.
my left.
I might be able to hit
And
me.
the guy said, I don't want to fight you. And it was just a dog's breakfast. And we all sort of walked
no
away. And it
good.
was, this is no good. And that was me one sanctioned fight. Been a couple of scuffles at pubs and on the footy field and that sort of thing. Just spare of the moment things when, but that was my one sanctioned fight. And I got to tell you, there were no winners. It was a dark day for the.
Wow, that could be a video they could use for bullies and fight. You know how when you see a little kid get the shit kicked out of him, then the bully comes back. No, a little kid gets bullied, and then little kid fights back and bullies the bully back. This could have just been a video that if someone had filmed it, going, look how fucking pathetic you look.
That could be
Like,
the only message.
no
Just
one-
Look at these two cockheads.
Look at these dickheads.
Look at them.
What are you achieving? What are you doing? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Go do your homework. Go home and just.
You don't want to end up like these.
You don't want to
two
end up like
cockheads.
these flogs.
Oh yeah, no, it was a dark day for myself
It's no
and the
good,
skating
mate.
bowl and yeah, kids in general. I think it was. But anyway,
it's
enough
no
about
good.
me and my
Anyway,
inability
that's
to
good.
land
Yep.
one or throw one.
Yeah.
What about your good self, Ivan?
Mate,
What's been
things
happening?
are-
Gigs.
things
Things are full as it's hot. Is it hot in here or cold? Or it's
I'm all right. You've come off the treadmill.
I've come off the treadie. That heater is I reckon that might be the main reason Victoria's in a bloody power crisis. Look at the size of that fucking thing.
They're big. They're
That's a
big.
big-
And they seem to be, they pump out a bit of heat, but hey, then you sort of stand near it and you fucking burns your balls off. But then
30 centimetres
now
off to the
down
side
here,
and it's freezing.
my feet, I can't feel my feet. My feet are freezing. I
That
don't
makes sense.
I don't know what's, there's no circulation in here. I don't know what's going on. It's a bit like your
Legs?
your
Penis?
haymakers. It's
No
sort of-
circulation. Oh, no, there's plenty of
there's
circulation
plenty
in
of
those.
circulation, but it's doing fuck all.
He's
That's
doing
what it
fuck
is.
all.
I don't know.
Has anyone we messaged? We've got a few messages.
Yeah, we've got a few messages.
Might as well get into those bad boys.
Let's get into it. And all right, so let's see if we find this stuff.
I wish I could remember this guy's name that I had a fight with.
Don't worry, mate. It's not worth it. He's not worth it, mate. So this comes in from this comes in from Big Marky Grivell. All
Oh,
right,
the
so
Griv dog.
he's the Griv dog.
Grivell Street.
Oh yeah, Grivell Street. Bran.
Windsor.
Yeah, great
Windsor
spot.
End.
Great
Grivell
spot.
Street. Great part of the world.
Here we go. Now he's hit us up on the good Banter Instagram. Now, g'day Evan. I say that because g'day Evan. I say that because I know Tom is too fucking lazy to check this. No, he can't.
Oh, I don't know the
He
password.
Well, you
Grivell
can't.
Street.
I could give it to you. And also,
I'm not on
Just-
Instagram.
no. We had these big plans to get you on there, and you're going to cut up clips from your festival show.
I haven't even fucking touched
That's
those
not
clips.
gonna be fucking-
We got the festival show recorded. I was going to get it cut up. Best intentions. That thing's still in my inbox.
Oh,
Has
I
not-
I've cut up 3, and then fuck, geez, I run. We need someone to do this shit for us.
We should afford a PA. We wouldn't give for a PA.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway.
That's it. Anyway, so Tom's too fucking lazy to check this. I've been on board
All
with
right,
the
Greville
pod
Street.
since episode 1 when it first came out.
How would he have heard about it?
Just to, I don't know. I don't think I know Grevs, but he fucking loves it.
Good on you,
As
Greville.
far as a name for the listeners goes, the fuck checkers or the farters?
The farters.
I think we're really close.
We're getting off track.
That's not bad.
So the fuck checkers is.
Well, that's
I like
Big
the fuck
D.
checkers.
Fuck
That's
checkers
Big
is
D.
good.
Then what do we call Big D?
Wow, Big. We can't take that away from Big D.
The OF. The
He's
original fuck checker.
The original fuck checker. Yeah, so we can't take that away from Big D.
No, Big D. Although, when was the last time has anyone checked on him since he got his COVID?
No, he hit me up. He's liked a few of the stories on
that's
Instagram,
good.
so he's still with us, and we haven't really.
Our number one listener passed away, and we didn't acknowledge it.
No, we'd have to have a minute silence or at least 30 seconds, I reckon. So yeah,
Yep.
the farters. We're sort of just making shit up now with
The farters.
like the connoisseurs. We're just trying to wedge,
Farters?
just trying to crowbar shit into.
Again, it's similar to the dog shit police in that
it's nothing
unless
to do with
if you
the
didn't
name.
listen to those 2 episodes where we farted, because we said, mind you, they were the 2 most popular episodes. So.
Well, yeah, they were, and this is where old Grivs comes into it because
Okay,
he goes,
Gribble.
I think the YouTube spike might have been me and my 11-year-old daughter watching Tommy's fart too. Yeah. So there we go.
Well, on that, who sent us the video of their missus watching the fucking fart thing on YouTube?
Was it?
Who's doing that, guys?
Yeah, let us know who did send that in. I saved the video, but I can't remember who sent it in.
Yeah, so someone sent us a video of their
Mrs.
female partner,
Yep.
watching the fart on YouTube, and
Yeah.
she was not wrapped.
She was not impressed.
Not impressed.
She was not impressed.
No.
but-
Nor-
hey, let us
nor
know if
would
we
I
can
expect-
post that. Can I post that?
Well, if they send it through to us.
Yeah, that's true.
She
They
might not
sent
be
that
that
in
wrapped, but,
confidentiality.
oh, did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. I don't know. Let us know. But so what's going on with me? I'll get to something else. Cindy, a loyal listener from down in Tassie,
Okay.
where I am going. When this comes out, I'll already have done one gig.
In Tasmania, the home of
The home of
comedy.
the home of comedy. So at Joker's down there.
Good time of the year to be heading there. It's fucking freezing down there at the
fuck
moment.
me, mate.
I was down there when it was hot, reasonable temperature up here, and it's fucking freezing.
Even though Melbourne, geez, the icy wind at the moment. I've come from Port Douglas back to Melbourne. Holy shit. It is cold.
I went to a, and this is. I hope this doesn't turn off our Tassie listeners because it's a bloody great part
I love
of the world
it.
down there.
Great scenery.
And I really reckon they should get an AFL team. But I went to an Anzac Day dinner where Eddie McGuire spoke. And Eddie and Kevin Sheedy, and they were talking about all the hot topics of AFL. Someone asked him about the Tassie team, and he said, and again, this is his words, not mine. He said, "What number one draft? Because they'll get number one drafts. What number one draft in their right mind is going to want to go and live in Launceston, where it's absolutely fucking freezing."
It's a hard sell for an 18-year-old kid who could go to, the hub of Melbourne, play on the G every week. You could even go to the Gold Coast, which they're starting to come good.
Starting to come around.
Starting to come good. WA,
you go away from a good lifestyle.
I mean, the thing, if you're from Melbourne, maybe Tassie's all right. If you got, maybe you got an auntie or an uncle who can house you down there, but
people love going down there.
There's fuck all
to watch.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do.
Maybe not if you're 18.
If you're 18, your number one draft, you got the world at your feet.
Maybe it's a good way to. Do you reckon they'd go more to the Coke or less to the Coke if there's fuck all to do? Maybe more to the Coke.
I don't know. It'd take a certain type of individual to love that relaxed country lifestyle.
Yeah, some people do.
Some people do, but maybe not an 18-year-old going number one in the draft, ready to take on the world. But anyway, that's Eddie's words, not mine. We love Tassie. We'd love to see a team down there.
Franklin also said, Chris Franklin, he said Hobart and Tassie, Launceston, they hate each other.
Yeah.
So where are they going to put the ground? Like if it's in Hobart, people from Launceston go, fuck those, donkey fuckers. We're not going up there to hang out with them.
I'll be interested to see when the jumping jacks or whatever they're called did well. Did they win the championship?
I think they made it.
They lost
made the
Sydney
grand
in the
final.
end, yeah.
They lost to Sydney.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if the whole of Tassie got behind them, or it was just were they Hobart or Lonnie, or were they?
No idea.
Were they Tassie?
Not sure.
Anyway,
they're in Tassie.
Well, they're definitely in Tassie.
They're in Tassie.
I don't know what the fuck a jumping jack is.
I don't know. Have you ever jumped a jack? I don't know.
Jumped
Jack jumper.
Jumped a cab.
Jumped the old runner.
Old runner. I don't know. Because the old theory, you didn't have to be faster than the driver. You just had to be faster than the
slowest.
Than the slowest person.
Bloke. Yeah. That's all good. So, but no. So I'll get back on Cindy's. She sent him some stuff.
Jumped a cab would have been beating the shit out of the cab, wouldn't it?
I think jumping the cab driver. That's
I didn't do that. I did a runner.
Wow. As we've heard, how are you going to beat the shit out of a cab driver?
I think most taxi drivers could beat me, hands down.
Well, even if you're sitting in the front seat, like you've told us that you can't fight, so I don't think you're beating the shit out of anyone, mate.
No, sirree.
I reckon,
so back to your Tassie story.
I reckon. How old's Harry?
Harry's 4.
I reckon you'd struggle to beat him, mate.
No, he's a strong little tacker, Harry. No, just fighting was never for me.
Nah, we know that. So what do I have done, though? Things are getting serious, Tommy. We're under 7 weeks. It's 6 and a bit. By the time this comes out, it is 6 weeks till I bloody tie the knot, become a man, get the old ball and chain, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to do. And things are getting stressful.
Well, if you haven't got your shit sorted by now, giving this as take 3, and you've had 2 and a bit years to get it sorted.
Yep.
If you're not ready now, dare I say, Evan, you may never be ready.
Yeah, well, I think we're ready, but when it comes to a wedding, there's certain little things where you can lock in a celebrant, you can lock in the band, you can lock in a celebrant, which I've already said, you can lock in, we're having this food, we're having that food. But then there's other little things that you don't think about at a wedding. Well, I definitely don't think about. Kristen thinks about them.
1%ers.
So at the moment, we're working on the alcohol list.
That's an important one.
Well, that's an important. So what would you say you're going to a wedding? So you've got from the wedding doesn't finish, ceremony, it's about 3. Doesn't finish till give or take around 4. I mean, obviously it's not going to go that long. You don't want to bullshit that much. But 4. Then some beers in the park, some drinks in the park, and then a bus.
So 4 o'clock's when you say I do. That's the ceremony.
Yep. We're done by 4 o'clock.
Okay,
We are ready to-
3:30. So 3:30 or 3 o'clock.
Something
there?
like that. Yeah.
Yep. Well, you don't have to be drinking then.
But we're not then. Like Kristen would probably, if she looked out and people were getting boozed, as
Yep.
we say I do, she
Yep.
would
Not be happy. Yeah, I
not
don't
be
think
happy.
You can hold off till 4 o'clock.
You can take it easy. If you want a little hip flask, or go to the pub beforehand.
One of those beer hats.
One of those beer hats, maybe.
Would Kristen notice if I was wearing a beer hat?
Oh, I reckon maybe she'd, if my teeth don't get fixed, she'd fucking just worry about the teeth.
Yeah.
My teeth. But
You've
I
only got
reckon
7 weeks to fix the teeth up.
Well, I'm getting them fixed.
I hate to say it, mate. Looks like
I'm
that's a 9-week job if I've ever seen one.
No, I'm
Are
getting
you getting them?
I'm getting them done on the 14th
Wow,
of July. So I don't know what the fuck they're going to do to these things, but
just pray. Maybe maybe you need not the celebrant. Maybe you need a priest just to try and work a miracle on those things.
maybe, yeah. I think
'Cause they look like burnt corn.
if they have a crack at them and it fucks up on the 14th, we're in a bit of trouble here, I think.
Yeah, there's
'Cause
no. I
there's
would
no
have gone a
coming
bit
back.
earlier.
Well, I had no choice. I couldn't get in earlier.
Okay.
Everything's tied up, mate. Everything's tied up.
And knowing you, if you went earlier,
Fucking batteries.
Is
We're
the battery
down
flat
to, we're down
again?
to one bar. Down to one bar. But
I asked you.
you did.
I
You did,
asked you
Tom.
if you needed a
was
battery.
that 3 when I started? Now it's down to 2. Now it's down to
What
1.
does it start with? 3 or 4? We've asked this question
That's
every week.
3.
3. Well, something's wrong.
All right.
Something's wrong in Bundalong.
So, all right. So, alcohol. How many beers? All right. So, 4 o'clock, you crack your first beer in the park.
Yep.
Then you jump on a bus. An hour later, get a bus.
So how long were we in the park for?
We're in the park for about an hour. Hour and a half.
I reckon you want 2 beers each.
Reckon you get a bit excited in the park. But you're chatting to people.
No, but I also
how you
reckon
going?
a
How's
lot of
your
people.
father?
A lot of people will only
Still
have
got
one.
the hemorrhoids.
A lot of people will only have one.
They may do.
And don't worry if I have me 2, and there's none left, and there's still 20 minutes left, I'll be the first to start a tight ass chant.
Yep. Fair call.
But
No.
so maybe 3. Maybe you need 3. That's a lot of beer in an hour.
Well,
to
I think it
start
is.
the day off.
Start
I think
the
2.
day off.
I think 2 beers.
We're allowed 2.
Allowed
All right.
2.
That's cool. All right.
Are they stubbies?
Yeah, stubbies.
Yeah. 2 stubbies, first hour. Yep.
There you go. No, beautiful. So then jump in a bus, go out to where we're getting married, and that's probably from about 5:30. So
Where are you getting
get in
married?
there-
You've already been married.
Oh.
Where the,
Sorry. Reception.
you need a wedding planner.
We've got one.
All right.
But
So how far is it to the reception?
yeah, it's probably about maybe a 10 minutes.
Can we take the beers on?
I reckon you could. I reckon you could do
I reckon
that.
we need 3 beers in each.
Okay, so
Yep.
2 at the park, 1 on the bus. Turf that out.
Yep.
Try and hit some.
Whip it out the
Whip it out the window
whip it
on
out
the
the
way
door.
through.
Yep.
So do that. And then you've got some, say, 5:30 to 11. So you got 5 and a bit hours there.
That's a long wedding.
That's a bit. There's
That's
a bit happening there.
It's a bit happening there. So that's most would be 4. A long one is 5, I reckon. So you've gone 5.5.
5.5. Yeah.
So
5's not that much though. By the time you get in there, you're having a bit of a chat because you're not just boozing the whole time. You got to go. Oh, there's bloody Robbo.
you're boozing the whole time.
Well, you're boozing the whole time, but
you're not like this, Robbo. I'm going to put down my beer and go and talk to Robbo, and they'll grab the beer when I'm done chatting with Robbo. You're drinking. When Robbo's talking, I'm drinking.
Yeah,
When I'm talking, Robbo's drinking.
that's true.
So you're drinking a lot of the time.
Then you got to eat for a little bit.
You got to eat, yes. Is it sit-down meal?
There's canapes.
Yep.
Start.
Are there chairs and tables?
I mean,
or
you
are we
look
standing
at
up?
that and you go, oh, what's that?
Yeah,
Fucking
skip
what's
that,
that?
skip
Ah,
that,
fuck
skip
that.
that.
Not having that.
Skip
Not having
that.
that.
I'll just grab a suva after the wedding.
Yeah, I'll just get double garlic sauce, double meat. I'm not eating any of this
Yep.
shit. So then maybe speeches, sit-down meal. Sit-down meal.
Is it a sit-down meal?
Sit down.
Well, that
just
slows the pace.
That slows
That
you down.
slows the pace.
'Cause if you have a bit of lamb or you have a bit
Yep.
of beef or whatever,
Is it to sit where you want, or is it allocated seating?
that's the other thing. We had to do all that. You got to
Oh.
work out who. You had to
That's
work
a
out who
fucking
you got
nightmare.
to sit people next to.
We had cocktail nearly solely so we didn't have to do that.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. See, there's not much. So you don't think much about that, but then you start lining up the tables. You go, oh, he fucked her, missus. Oh, they've got bloody stuff. They don't talk.
Yep.
Tom bashed that dude in a skate
At
park.
the skate bowl.
in
You're not
Albury.
inviting him, are you?
Nah. Well, I'm thinking about getting him a
Liam.
little
Liam
cameo.
was his
Liam. I do have a Liam.
Do you?
Yeah,
What's he
he's
look
one of
like?
my groomsmen.
Is he a skater?
Yeah, he used to be.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, look out, mate. Look out. He can't
Settle
fight
this
either.
thing once and for all.
There you go. So that could be him. So it could be fireworks. We could be yelling, fight, fight, fight. So that's what we thought. So we went beers, and these are the other thing. You got to work out which beers.
Yep.
You can't do your craft
So I
beers.
don't understand this because most venues or most weddings I've ever been to, it's a package.
Yeah.
So but this is sort of a different
It's
sort
different,
of vibe,
mate.
is it?
This is a different vibe because it's not an actual. I won't give away too much.
Yeah, I went to a wedding once at St Kilda.
Ooh.
It was the first ever wedding at the new. It was right on the beach there.
St Kilda Baths.
No, not St Kilda Baths. I think it burned down.
Reva.
I think it was Reva.
Reva.
No, it wasn't.
The Stokehouse.
Stokehouse.
That.
Fucked if I know. What's the one down the other end? It used to have the rave New Year's. Anyway.
Mate, I got no idea. That wasn't my bloody hangout.
No, anyway, so but this so it was a package.
Yep.
It was a package. So everyone was on the beers, and this place didn't know it hit him. It was 100% country boys. Everyone was from the bush, and they were down in beers like
yeah,
it was
they
going
don't
out
fuck
of fashion.
around, those boys. They'll drink them warm. They'll drink them if someone's dipped their cock in them.
And anyway,
they love the beers.
So the place we're about 45 minutes in to a 5-hour reception.
They run out of beer.
And this place had shit himself.
Yeah.
And everyone's starting to get loud because what they did do, and this is what you aren't doing, which is good, they were drinking while the ceremony was on. And so we had a good hour before the ceremony, while the ceremony was on. By the time the reception started, we'd had a good 2 hours of drinking. So everyone was primed. It was getting loose. It was getting loose.
Was it warm? Was it hot?
It was hot. It was chaos. And so they've pretty much put everyone off tap about an hour in.
Oh, you can't
all the
do
blokes.
That's bullshit.
All the blokes. They've said, all right,
bullshit.
you can have a rest.
What's the package for?
Yeah, what's the package for exactly?
It was
But
Jake Stringer on the package.
They could tell.
What is a package?
When I say everyone, it was probably me and about 15 other people.
Yeah,
were put off tap. And they said, just have an hour break, and then you can start drinking again the third hour.
See,
and
that's
we were
shit
like,
at a wedding, isn't it?
That's shit at a wedding.
That's shit.
But what happened, and this is where they bloody made a massive mistake, on the tables were bottles of red.
Yeah, that's stuffed up
so,
there.
So these people, the 15, 20 people that they thought were getting pissed too quick,
they've just funneled them.
They've started drinking red, which is certainly I'm pretty sure wouldn't have been part of their plan.
That wasn't part when they thought, the package. They thought, I don't think they're going to be drinking that at 4 in the Arvo.
Yeah, and I remember I didn't see the end of that. I didn't see the end of that wedding. I remember Tam putting me in a taxi, probably still with an hour or so left, and I'd thrown up out the front. It was a pretty dark day. She was. It was.
If you're getting sort of sent home at a wedding, it's
it was.
It's not good. It's not
we
good.
used to. It's not a great name for it, but a mate used to always call it the wedding cunt. He said every wedding there's a wedding cunt, just someone that
fucks it, just
has too much.
Is a cunt.
So it's not a great title to get, but
it's not great.
It's not great, but
someone's got to get
that
it.
Night I may have taken the crown of the wedding cunt.
Okay, all right. That's that's not great, Tom.
I've got it out of my system, so I won't be.
You've done well.
It out at yours.
Well, Tam won't be there.
Oh, okay. So maybe
at the wedding, so
she won't be there.
I reckon.
Oh boy,
we'll keep the red wine away from Siegert.
Smart move.
All
right. So how many beers do you need for 5.5 hours?
I reckon. I think they said allow 7 or 8 or something like that. But that sort of sounded not enough. But there's going to be people who
don't drink that much.
Don't drink that much. That's right. You think everyone's a menace like yourself.
What are we on? Coronas? Crownies?
Well, I'm thinking
mids.
Thinking about maybe going the Coronas.
Yep.
I think there's going to be Carlton drafts for those people who can't get their head around drinking anything else. And there's a lot of blokes
over 45.
That's exactly right. And there's going to be the Great Northern Super Crisps.
Yeah, it's a good drop.
They are the middies, Tom.
The mid-strength.
And there's
no shame in drinking the mid-strength.
There's no shame in drinking it.
Mate, I remember back in the day, if I would have seen someone drinking a mid-strength growing up, I would have thrown one of my haymakers at him.
Totally missed
him by a
tried
foot,
to get him on the way back.
Get him on the way back. Missed him again.
And
then just looked at him and said, mate, that's weak
If
drinking,
I could fight, you'd be fucked.
You'd be fucked. But go ahead and drink the mid-strength because there's nothing
the
I
mid-strength,
can do about
mate. I can't hit you. I can't hit you. Yeah, so we got that. What else do we have to worry about? So it's just a little thing. So, Kristen, I got home Friday. I'd had a couple of beers after a gig.
Yep.
A couple of Reds.
Yep.
Still good to drive.
Yeah, just around the corner.
Yeah, Williamstown, back to Mornington. Just
Yep. Do it off memory.
going nuts, mate. Going nuts. And I get home and Kristen says, I'm just doing some wedding stuff. I just want your advice on this.
Advice or opinion?
Opinion.
Yeah, they really ask for advice.
No, they ask opinion. And I think
they really mean opinion.
you can give your opinion, but they want a certain answer. They want a certain answer.
Yep.
So here's a little, after the ceremony in the park, there's going to be a little mango daiquiri machine. You know what they are?
A machine that makes mango daiquiris?
That's exactly right, Tom.
Well, it's in the name, really.
Well, it is, mate. So they're going to be in little glasses. And Kristen brings up on the screen, on the laptop, she goes, I just want your opinion on this. What do you reckon about little things circles that go onto the glass and say bottoms up or cheers or don't get divorced? What do you think about that?
Circles that go on the glass.
So you're drinking and it says, congratulations, Evan and Kristen. You're punching above your weight, Buddha. You still got a small
they all
cock.
Different ones?
No, it's going to be one or the other. I'm just trying to add a few little.
Yeah.
And I looked at the price. They were $2.50 each, and I said, I don't think we need that shit.
Well,
she said she was going to get about 100.
That is a waste of money.
That is a waste of money.
That is an absolute waste of money.
That's a waste of money.
That's the shit that no one will remember.
That's what I think, especially if Tommy's on the red at that stage.
Well, we're still at the park, aren't we?
Yeah, but you might be on the red by then.
I'm on the red at the park. I will definitely.
You'll get eaten by a croc.
I'll get eaten by a croc. I'll be the wedding cunt, and we may not be friends.
This could be the end of the podcast.
Come even 7 p.m.
There you go.
We may not be friends.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be drinking red wine in the park.
No, we won't. We won't. But I said, I don't think we need that. And she shot me a look that sort of said that I think I want those.
What's $250? But these
That's
things
not enough.
add up.
I know. That's what I said. I said we can spend our money better. No one's going to... Is anyone at the end of the wedding going to go, oh, those mango daiquiris were beautiful, and oh, what a nice touch having a little circle saying Evo's got a baby cock. It's not.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's probably not going to say that, but you get my drift.
I don't know. Or maybe something, if you really... Mate, because you're having a bit of a recovery the next day.
We are.
Geez, I'll tell you what, you're going all out. You've had too long to think about this.
I know. Well, now I think she's getting to a point now where she's like,
she's past the point.
She's trying to make it too personal. I'm like, you don't give everyone undies that say kiss the nearest or whatever. You just come on.
The fact that it's
just get it done.
The fact that it's even up there. It's a big deal for everyone.
That's what I'm saying. People haven't been to some people have never been to Port Douglas. They're going to be, whoa, palm trees. Whoa, there's a titty. You know, they're not going to be going, whoa, look at these little bloody things on the mango daiquiris. People are going to go, a mango daiquiri in a park where there's sunshine. Mate, I've come from 3 degrees in Melbourne.
Yeah, and there's a fucking crocodile eating a fucking infant over there.
Mate, look at that.
That's going to take the attention off this little...
That's it. Where's the babysitter? What are they doing? They're meant to be looking after that kid.
Yeah, I say
Who's going to catch the croc?
I say scrap that.
That's what I said. Scrap it. We can spend the money somewhere else.
So what I reckon you should spend, if you've got $250 to spend on something,
right,
have something at the recovery that's just going to... The perfect, like, even just come in with a big...
Get people up.
Like, even if it's a big, like I don't know what you're trying or something.
Oh, okay.
Get someone to make some...
all right.
So what's the perfect thing for some Bloody Marys or something?
Okay, yeah, Tommy, I like it.
I think that's money. Mind you, you only get about 8 Bloody Marys out of $250, but it's something.
I'm feeling you. Yeah, I'm saying we don't need that, and you got to order them, you got to do the stationery. But so maybe I'll keep you updated on how, because this is dragging on a bit. But this is a big one. This is a big one because I hadn't booked my flight to Port Douglas.
Okay, well that's something you should have done quite a while ago.
I'm an idiot, so
I haven't booked my flight actually.
Yeah, maybe you should do that. Anyway, so last year, what the plan was, me and the groomsmen, we sort of got together and we thought, oh, how good would it be to get up there a week early and really fuck ourselves up for the wedding.
Good plan.
That was, we thought, we won't take the missus, we'll just have a real boys thing, we'll annihilate ourselves before the wedding.
Make sure you're absolutely fucked for the wedding.
That's exactly
Good plan.
right.
Good
plan. So I said to Kristen, well, last year, before it got postponed, I'm going up with the fellas.
Yep.
Right, so don't worry about me. Don't you worry about me. I'm going up with the boys.
I think the fact that you're going up with the boys is the reason she'd be worrying about you.
She's worried.
It's not like, don't worry about me, I'm going with the boys.
Yeah.
I think that's...
where it is.
Anyway.
So she said, all right, what I'm going to do, I don't care. You're going up with the boys. I'm going to treat myself. How do you like this? I'm going to use a few of our Qantas points. Got a few points just lying around. Whoa, what are they? Qantas points. Give them here. I'm going to book business class, baby. So she booked a business class flight last year. Still got it on credit for this year.
Okay.
She's flying business, baby.
When's she going up?
She doesn't even own a business. She's going
That's
up
a good
Saturday. Saturday before.
And when are you going up?
Well, we booked it last night, and I thought, fuck, I've got to book a flight. I was thinking about going up Saturday. Fuck it. I'll jump on the same plane.
Yep.
Boop, 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 boop.
Boop, boop.
Let's look up business.
Yep.
Fucking $1,000. I said I'm not paying $1,000 to fly 3 hours
No.
in business class. Fuck that.
Well,
So I said,
that's the biggest waste of money I've heard since putting those stupid things around the daiquiri.
that's what I said, mate. I've knocked back 250 on those little daiquiri dicks.
Yep.
I'm not spending. I said, I don't care. You sit up in business class with your bloody slippers on and your little golden dildo or whatever they give you up there.
Do they?
Yeah, I think depending on what you're into, but I don't know, maybe. I've never done business. So I said, you go for it, babe. I'm going to be that peasant back in economy.
Yep.
She said I can still go in the lounge with her.
Oh, you have a visitor.
So I can go in the lounge.
Well, that's the best bit about business.
That's good. That's good. See,
Oh,
the lounge is better. The flight, you don't give a shit about the flight.
Yep.
So I said, I'll go in the lounge. I'll write myself off.
Yep.
I'll be in there for 12 hours beforehand. She goes,
Yep.
all right, what seat do you want? Usually I go window, but I thought if I've been drinking piss for 12 hours, get me the aisle.
Yeah,
because
good
I'm going to
thinking.
be going to the dunny about
Good
25
thinking, 99.
times. So that's how our marriage is going to start. Her in business and me back with the plebs.
That's how it's going to start.
That's
and
how I roll,
it's,
mate.
Probably going to continue. But
That's going to end.
no, well, that's
There's a big
exciting
gun up,
times.
so I'll keep you updated on that. Sorry, that went for ages.
That's all right. How long are we?
Mate,
I've
we're
got
at
to start the,
no, that's all right, mate. We're at 42 minutes. Fuck
42
me.
minutes. Fuck
You haven't
me, dude.
even touched the
I haven't even
sides.
touched a side. We've got a quick one here from just to follow up from my. You done with?
Well,
with
yeah,
your
I
daiquiri?
won't add much more.
Yeah.
I'll
We'll
let
keep
you know.
posted.
Yeah,
Keep you
I
posted.
can't talk about the wedding for a whole episode.
It's a quick one regarding my ticket.
The
my,
parking ticket.
This guy's from. I don't think this is his real name. He's
Cumstain 92.
He calls himself Rob Weasley. Remember Robbo from Baronia? The big redhead bloke that's leading the goal kicking?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, well, he's still leading the goal kicking.
Oh, well, he's going all right.
Yeah, I sort of thought he might have been a bit of a only...
piss wreck?
No. Just while the weather was good. And I sort of thought that once the weather turned to shit, he'd sort of go missing. But he still seems
strong
to be kicking
mentally.
some goals.
Strong mentally, which he didn't seem strong mentally that night, but
Seemed very weak.
weak mentally.
Anyway, so Rob has said, what's he said? Here we go. Tommy, another great pod as always. You're shit out of luck with your parking ticket though.
Yep.
Under the Road Safety Rules Act 2017, the Victorian legislation
That's been updated.
that sets the road rules, section 206 and 207, cover parking in timed and metered spots. Okay, so
Right,
basically...
so I think once you start dealing in sections and shit, this isn't someone who just said, oh, mate, this happened to a mate. He knows his shit, old weak mentally.
Does he work for the 5-0 the one time?
You said he might be a copper.
I think he's a copper or an undercover copper, maybe.
Yeah.
Not an undercover or...
Well,
no. Anyway,
it's probably- Shell
It basically
badge.
says that you can only park in a certain spot for however long is on the parking sign. Doesn't matter if you get another ticket. The rule is in place, so it allows everyone a chance to get a parking spot. Pretty stupid if you ask me, but he's not making
It's
the rules.
shit.
You're still paying for the spot. Screenshots attached, so you know I'm not just talking shit. And he has got some screenshots, and it does say, it's just a fucking bullshit rule. But my
it's a
question
shit rule.
was,
Yeah.
what's the definition of moving on? Can you just
True.
not be the next person in? Is that the rule? But if I go into a whole block and it's a quiet day,
And you come back in.
and I come back and it's
I
still
reckon
free,
that's fine because you've moved.
well, you do, but I don't think anyone else does. Anyway, if you can be fucked, you could probably ask Port Phillip Council to review the infringement before you pay it and see if they'll be kind enough to pull the ticket so you don't have to worry about paying it.
Okay.
You've probably got as much chance of that happening as I do of winning the league goal kicking. Keep it up, and great work, legend. So,
Right.
so he is leading the goal kicking.
Well, he is,
And
yeah.
we'd have to be at the halfway mark of the season.
Well, he's doing well. He's doing well. Unless something bad happens and he blows a knee out or something, I reckon he's going to take it home.
So,
So is that maybe so? Basically, 2 hours. You can't spend more than 2 hours there, even if no one sees you in it. So it's an honesty policy. Is that like if you go to the hookers, right, and you pay for half an hour, but then no one's in behind you? You can't just stay in there and just, even if you're having a nice conversation with the woman or the bloke, or is that anything like?
well, I think if you paid for another hour,
Yeah, so technically,
yeah. But if there was someone
what done
like,
there?
it would. I think that would be up to the discretion of the
Of
prostitute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yep. So
look,
it's sort of, you got to that, it's a see
and
what
this is,
happens there.
Yeah, see what
but,
happens there. But it's a
Yep.
very good analogy.
Would you get it? Would someone come in if you were in there and just slam a ticket on your ass and go, "That's $180, mate. You've been in there too long."
Not sure. I think that's again up to her to police the length of of the time of the person that's in there and discuss that with the
Maybe just start
with the customer
putting
client.
quarters into her or dollar
Look,
coins. It's
mate,
getting
not sure
stupid.
how that
It's getting
works, but I think it's
stupid
a very different situation.
Getting a bit
parking
silly.
ticket.
Yep.
And Connie, who's a long time listener and who if you ask me, wouldn't mind being the fuck checker one day. He said you have to move the vehicle to get the time again. If it has chalk on the wheel, you have to get the chalk off. Well, I think
that's old school
I think
chalk.
that's about 1987.
Jesus
that
Christ, what
reference.
is he, a 1970s teacher?
Well, he's from Wodonga. Maybe they're still doing the chalk in Wodonga, but I reckon Melbourne they've advanced to some sort of phone where they'd be.
Well, they take photos and that, don't they?
Yeah,
now?
I don't know,
And
but-
some of it say they've got the sensors in the road sometimes. Where you go, that's
can't be.
scary.
That's
Scary.
That's a myth.
That's scary.
That's a myth. But
That's a worry.
Anyway, so plenty of other shit to talk about. Thanks. But at the end of the day, I've paid the fine. Fuck it. It's one of those things. It's just
It's not worth fighting, mate.
not worth fighting
Like
for.
down at the skate bowl, mate.
So
it's not worth fighting.
Anyway,
You go, mate, because you've got stuff.
Trinity
All right.
Footy Club.
Trinity Beach.
So I'm doing the Trinity Footy Club. Booked me on a Friday afternoon.
The old boys.
The old boys. It's the casino, the Riverview room. Beautiful. Everyone's in their shirt
you can
and
just look at
ties.
the fucking brown filth.
The
out of the
beautiful,
beautiful
of
river
shit.
room.
The river of
Yeah,
human
you just
shit.
watch the garbage
Yeah,
float past.
absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
I got to
it's
tell you,
great
these
stuff.
Trinity boys, they all dress the same. They had these blue suits. They were looking a million real schmick looking boys. These Trinity boys, lovely kids. But
When you say kids, like what?
mate, there
How old?
were guys that was hanging shit on them. They looked 11, but they were all drinking. So I assume they were 18. And anyway, it was beautiful function. And sometimes I don't know about you, but these are the same people that you see down the footy club. They're good folk, but all of a sudden, put them in a nice room, put a fancy dinner on the table, put everyone in a tie, and I'm shitting myself. I think I'm out of my league.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't feel
true.
worthy. I don't know what
a
it is.
Suit, I know, because I'm a suit and a shirt and a tie. Even if they're a scumbag, it's like if you see someone walk into court, even if they're a convicted murderer. You just go,
he's a
"Ooh,
good bloke."
He's above me.
Yeah, he's better
He's
than me.
above me.
Yeah,
he killed 3 people
But look
in
at him.
cold blood, but have a look at him.
But look at that. Wins or not.
His dad tied his tie.
Yeah, look at him. He looks
He
amazing.
looks sharp, mate.
Anyway,
He's
so
wearing no shoes, but he still looks good.
About 3 weeks out from the function, a guy sent me an email saying, "Mate, we'd really love it if you could personalise your suburban football performance a bit." Not something I love doing, to be honest. And he's given me about 7 or 8 old boys to hang shit on.
Old boys.
And there's one of them, pretty standard stuff. Got the big dick.
Yeah.
One of them dated one of the footballers. One of them just standard some
sort of
funny
shit.
stuff. The old bloke that still hangs around the club.
Yeah.
And it's just some quality stuff. But you're always at the risk that you're at the mercy
of what?
of their judgment. So
That's
all of a sudden,
right.
it's not my material.
Could be 2 in.
It could be 2 in. Because it might be and there were only 2 tables of old boys. So that's probably 20. Oh, no, maybe there were more. But anyway, this one guy had these 2 tables. So that was only 20 people out of probably 180 that potentially are going to be in on this joke.
Yeah.
So
that's tough. That's
but
tough.
anyway, so it's all going well. I've got my whiteboard out. I've written some jokes for these guys. So I'm in a 3-way email chain with this guy, and there's one bloke, me and
that's
him,
always
going
a
backwards
nightmare.
and forwards regarding who we're hanging shit on. Rah rah rah. It's all worked out. All of a sudden, 2 days or 1 day before the function, the third party has piped in and said, "Don't remember, guys, we've got to keep the function PG."
Yeah, well, mate, you didn't think of chiming in fucking 100 emails ago, champ?
Yeah, 5 weeks ago when I was planning this thing. So all of it, I've thought, oh boy, what do I do? What do I do?
Well,
I can't be PG.
Throw out my whole act.
Yeah,
Can you do that?
My show will go for 4 minutes. So I've
4?
rang the organiser.
I reckon
I've said, what's going on here? And then I rang the bloke that had the ideas.
Or maybe what you could do, just go, well, fuck it, tell them to bring their parents along. Then you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Parental guidance.
Because parental
Yeah, what is
guidance
PG?
recommended. That's all it means.
No, but
So-
the PG movie hasn't got
No, well, it means
sex
that
scenes and swearing and all that shit.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, no,
that's true. But
PG
there's
is what something's
some
rated.
stuff in it, but mate, they shouldn't put it on you, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
You let
and
the
anyway,
parents
so
decide.
I've rung the bloke that gave me all the dirt, and I've said, "Mate, what's going on? I'm not the
can't-
Wiggles, but I'm not fucking PG."
Yeah, I can't mention Robbo's
Yeah.
swollen nutsack.
And he goes, "Oh mate, don't worry about the other guy. He's a
he's
worrywart."
real
and
stiff.
I'm like, fuck. So I've rang the lady that booked me, and she goes, I don't know. And I'm like, oh god,
it's
oh
getting-
boy.
it's getting all-
So I've arrived on the day, and all
Not
of a
knowing what
sudden,
your act is.
I don't know what my act is, and am I going PG? Am I fucking doing my bit about my favourite dicks that I've seen, or what am I doing?
Yeah.
And there's a table
I'm erect.
of women's. There's 2 tables, maybe 3 tables from the women's team. They all look about fucking 14.
Yeah,
and there's the president's wife sitting front and centre,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting next to her.
Can I pick on her?
And I'm going,
double chin?
shit. And I'm chatting to her, and so I ran it by her. I sat down, we were having a lovely meal, and she said, "Who are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm actually the comedian." She said, "Well, I'm the president's wife." And I said, "Well, oh no, she was a friend of the president's wife. She was
okay.
And I said, "Well, can I run this by you?"
Ringing.
And she said, and we had a great chat, and she said,
What do you
I
think
reckon,
of warts
I reckon
on
you
blokes'
just go for it.
cocks?
I reckon we just
She
go
said,
for it.
I love warts on blokes' cocks.
Anyway, so I've
Get
got
into
up
it.
there, and just, it was... My first 10 minutes was fucking tough. It was tough. And I was like, and I could feel it. The roof was, and I'm having a good run of
big
gigs.
roof.
My gigs are going great at the moment. I'm
Yep.
feeling good. I'm in good form.
Well done.
But the roof was about 10 k's high. Everyone was spaced out.
And the roof always seems high when it's not going that well.
The laughter was... And,
God,
my
what?
10 minutes, as you know, there's no out of it. My first 10 minutes, there's no getting out of it.
Nah.
It is just... there's no getting out of it. Yeah, you got to strap yourself
Say there's
in.
no getting out of it
There's
again.
no getting out of it. You just... Once you start it, you've committed.
You're in there. There's
And
no
I got
getting out
to
of
the
it.
end of my 10 minutes, still had another 15 minutes to go. I only had to
Ooh,
do
you're
25,
sweating?
thank fuck. Ripped me hat off, ripped me my mouth guard out, and I just said, "Holy shit, that was rough." And then I just started hanging shit on people. It was going great. And then I started doing dick jokes, and they were going great. Talked about the pedophile bloody
Catholic.
trainer. That got a big laugh.
Great,
and I'm like,
great.
these people want smut.
They want
They're dressed
smut.
to the nines,
They're
but they
dressed
want
like,
bloody gutter talk.
I think they're ex-murderers.
And they and it was great. And at the end of it, but I still thought, I worked hard. But at the end of it, everyone came up and said they enjoyed it, but it was tough. It was
hard work.
It was hard work. It was tough.
You got there, mate.
I got there, and I don't know if that story had a point or an ending or a.
No, well, it's good to hear because you had been pumping your tyres the last few weeks.
And
but
it
how good your fucking gigs have
really
been
brought
going.
me down a peg. But everyone there afterwards said they enjoyed it. Well, why didn't you fucking laugh?
Yeah,
more?
sometimes
Why
they're
didn't you laugh
scared, but also they're at the casino. It's not the casino isn't a joint that I'd think comedy. That's
Comedy.
great.
No. But tell you what, the boys
looking at the fucking Brown River.
when it ended, started at 12. Boys that had 2.5 hours free piss, they were straight into the casino. They were. I tell you what, she was going to be a big night for the Trinity boys. They were going to tie one on.
They didn't find my jumper, did they?
Yeah, they seen your jumper there,
See
and
me, McKellar's jumper. That's good.
that's good. So that's one thing, and that's one. I should have run with a better story than that. I tell you what,
That's
that was,
all right. Well, what I'll
that was
do,
dog
I'll
shit.
get on to Cindy, who I'm going to catch up at Jokers Wednesday night. tomorrow
Okay, down
night,
in
which
Taz.
This comes out Thursday though.
Yep.
So Cindy hit us up with this now. Hi there, I'm loyal listener Cindy from Hobart here.
Okay.
Just a couple of things from last week's episode. You asked who is watching Neighbours. Because it's ending.
Yeah.
It's ending.
Well,
They're blowing up Ramsey
They've now
Street.
finished filming, and
They found out Harold's a pedophile, and
Yep.
they can't keep going on with the ruse. They're going to lag him in. So
Yep.
is Harold still on there?
Harold, I don't know. He find it hard to find another acting role, Harold, I reckon.
Well, maybe he could. Yeah, I think he's really made that one his own. His own. No one's. Do you reckon the other actors go, oh, fuck, Harold's here?
I remember one day on I used to watch Home and Away because I got 4 sisters. Three grew up
all
with
older.
3, one younger.
Yep.
So I grew
Okay.
up Home and Away. Was always on the telly.
Loved it.
Dolly
Bay.
Doctors, always in the
Dolly
dunnies. So I'd
Doctor.
sit on the dunny, read about sore nipples and periods.
Ooh,
and
it's good.
I knew more about the female body than I knew what was going on with my own penis.
Yeah. You go,
My own body.
Is this a sore nipple?
Is this a sore nipple?
Oh, no,
no,
that's
your
your
ball
penis,
bag.
Tom.
That's your ball bag. That's not a nipple, that's your knob.
Was
Okay.
it red?
Anyway, but I remember once on Home and Away, who was the mum? The mum. Pippa. So one day, Pippa, and it always blew my mind. So Pippa had been mum for fucking 10 years.
She was the great mum.
And it
She was
must
the
have
Aussie
been-
mum.
Must have been. She was the Aussie mum, and it must
She's
have been
the Aussie
exactly 10 years because Pippa went on long
Long
service
service
leave.
leave.
Have I ever spoken about this before?
No,
Because-
no.
And one day, Pippa, she was just a different fucking person.
She was different.
And
What
everyone-
happened to Pippa?
we were watching it going,
She's
who the fuck's this woman?
She's
And why is she
yes.
bloody what was bloody
looks
the?
weird.
I can't remember
who's she-
anyone's
who was she
name.
with?
Bloody big boobs. It was she
Marilyn. Marilyn?
Nah, she was.
Marilyn had
she
big
started on
boobs.
that. She had big boobs, but she
Oh,
started.
Kate Ritchie.
Kate Ritchie.
She started as a 5-year-old. They weren't that big back
I
then.
didn't know, but when she
6.
became older,
Oh,
she had big
came,
boobs.
Yeah, she came big.
And
Really saw her grow.
And yeah, it was just weird that. And then after she must have had 3 months long service leave, and then she just went back to the old.
New mum came
I was
back.
like, "Fucking, can you mention it?" Like it was a bit hard to.
It was a bit hard.
It was a bit weird.
Yeah. It'd be
I
like
imagine if one day,
Alf. Or your actual
you
mum.
just got home and there was a different mum there.
Different
You're like,
mum.
Mum,
Yeah, I'm still Susan Hocking. Just
your mum has been. You're now 10 years old. She's been your mum for 10 years. She's having 3 months off. Actually, I reckon the mums would fucking
I
love
reckon
it.
the mums are like, where do you reckon they go?
Anywhere but the home.
Anywhere
I
but
reckon,
home.
yeah.
I don't reckon they'd come back after 3 months.
Yeah, that'd be the problem. That's
You'd
the
never
problem
get
with
them
long
back.
service leave.
Never get them back. All these mums in the Bahamas just, banging blokes playing the bongos or something, or smoking the joints or whatever.
The Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
Just full of mums.
Whoa, it'd be like girls going wild.
Girl, mum's gone wild.
Mum's going wild. Mum's going
Anyway,
crazy.
So anyway,
All right, so big Cindy. She's onto it.
yeah.
I don't know if she likes us tearing apart Neighbours like that. Well, I am watching Neighbours, and so is my husband. Remember Big Timmy? Tim, I think, who was talking about the years
Well, I don't think
ago,
Tim would
but-
be rapt that she's outing him as a Neighbours watcher.
No. But they're obsessed. Hadn't watched the show for 20 years and had it on one night last September,
Yep.
and we were hooked. A pretty shit time to jump on board when it was going down the drain. But there have been affairs, threesomes, lesbian action, murders, just to name a few. We are devo that it's ending.
Well, they're
So,
probably
Cindy.
really trying to spice things up.
Well, you sort of got to. I mean,
Last
there's
chance.
only so much. It's like home and away, though. Like Summer Bay. How much shit can happen in Summer Bay? How much shit can happen in Ramsey Street?
If you lived in Ramsey Street, you'd be going...
You'd just walk out with your cock out and see who's going to bloody jump on it.
What the fuck is... there's a lot going on.
There's
Does
a
everyone live in Ramsey Street?
I don't know. Some people might live around the corner, but they never really mention that.
Is the shop in Ramsey Street? Is there a shop?
Oh, Lassiter's.
Is it called
Do you
Lassiter's?
reckon it's like a cab ride to Lassiter's? Or Lassiter's burnt down, I think, didn't it?
Did it? No.
I don't know. Maybe Cindy hit us up. Or Big D. Fuck, check that. Here we go. In relation to Tommy's parking tickets, I'm getting a second opinion. I used to work I used to work for parking section for my local council.
Okay.
Cindy. Tom needed to move his car out of the signposted area to not get a ticket.
Okay.
The sign is for 2-hour parking only, not 2 hours plus another 2 hours. Otherwise, it'd probably say that, actually. Once your 2 hours up, you have to move your car. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, but it's how far do you move your car? No one's been able to answer that question.
Grey area.
Yep. Grey as a witch's tit.
The grey as a witch's tit. And then last one, when you're down in Hobart this week, Evan, you must try a national meat pie.
Not the scallop pie that I had at bloody...
Too many scallops.
Apollo Bay. That was shit.
Oh, shit. No, I'm down in Hobart.
Okay.
So, not sure why they are called national, as I've only ever seen them sold in Tassie. Bang, bang. Good one.
Cool.
But they are the best meat pie ever. Smother it in tomato sauce and you are good to go. They shit on a 4 and 20 any day. Keep up the good work.
Well, what's her name again?
Cindy.
Cindy. Well, Cindy, funny you say that because I went to the footy yesterday, the Melbourne Collingwood blockbuster.
Great game.
And all I wanted was to sit down and have a meat pie. Admittedly, I was in the members.
Yes.
Is in the members a ticket. I'm not a member, but a friend got me some members tickets.
Not what
It's
you
a
know,
di- it's
who
a-
you know.
It's a different vibe in there. It is.
Is it full of flogs?
Nah, just good.
Is there
just
anyone
good-looking people?
Good-looking people.
Money.
Wow.
What comes first? Do you become good-looking because you're rich and you can look after yourself, or do good-looking people have a higher chance of becoming wealthy? Because you go out in the bloody shitter's ditch in the Shane Warne stand, and it is an ugly fest out there. You go in the members, the women are attractive, the
So do you
guys are
mean
good-looking.
the AFL members, not the MCC members?
I'm the MCC.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's money first. That's money. That's knowing people.
So money.
MCC, and you got the kids in as well.
I got the kids in the MCC, not just in the
Fuck is
MCC.
going- this is
on Melbourne's biggest day of the year.
Wow. Oh, Melbourne.
Not Melbourne the
Football
city,
Club.
Melbourne the footy club.
Melbourne
yeah.
Footy Club. Yeah.
I'm not
That's
saying Queen's birthday is Melbourne's biggest day. of the year.
no, I wouldn't think so.
Ahead of Christmas and New Year's and
And Anzac Day.
yeah.
And,
Anyway, so
Grand
but yeah,
final
so
day.
what? Because it's just good looking. Like there are some absolute stunning women. The guy, you look at a 50-year-old bloke with a good head of hair, silver, and you're like, he's a good looking bloke. They're everywhere. Just
Did you
good-
watch any of the game, or
No,
were you just looking at people?
going, look at him, look at her.
And
look
you
at
would have
him.
looked like a bloody troll doll in there. You would have
Oh,
looked like
our
an
family
absolute. You
Bloody
would have looked
rocked
like
up looking like
stinkers.
cleaners. People would
Yeah,
drop
you
a pie and they go,
yeah,
mate,
hey,
can you
excuse
clean
me,
that up?
mate.
I was like, I actually, I'm in here on a visitor's pass. Thank you very much.
So you got 5 people in. See, and you talk about the MCC members. Like, that's not a cheap thing. Like, you got to pay a bit to keep that thing updated.
Yeah.
It's not. It's more than your car rego. It's more than your car
100%.
insurance. It's more than your, subscription to Penthouse.
And you got to
It's,
wait 20 years to get it. Bit of pressure. You don't want to lose that thing. Not that I've
you've got to
got
hold on to it. Yeah.
so,
I think what it is, it's the money comes first, and then you're hanging out in circles. And old beach ball head Rhonda gets a bit of Botox, gets the lips
No, but these
done.
are young.
gets
But no, there were
pumped.
younger women, younger girls as well. So
Okay.
is it the wealthy guys get the wealthy?
But then I think as well, you
Good
go
girl.
out to the country, and where you go maybe some country clubs, and
Yeah.
you go, these chicks are looking good.
Very.
They're very
Yeah.
attractive. I think what it is these days, maybe it's the Instagram, which you're all over.
Yep.
people just want to look good when they go out. I mean, you're the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
But people just spend a bit more time.
But that doesn't explain why you go out in the Shane Warne stand and people are ugly as sin, and you go in the MCC and it's like a models convention.
What?
Like, explain that, because they're all going out.
Well, you got to dress up though, don't you?
We don't. Yeah, but they're naturally more attractive people. Like, their faces are.
Well, maybe there's a few. Well, I don't know. I've tried to answer it. I clearly have not done it.
Like, if you got, just say Scotch College,
Scotch,
and you got all the guys at Scotch College, and maybe the best looking. What are the girls' private schools? Because the Scotch and everything just boys, like Scotch and
Scotch
Xavier
might be
and
mixed.
Is it?
There might be. There's a lot. I don't even know how to pronounce some of these girls' schools.
Anyway, so if you got all those kids and line them up against all the kids from, say, Craigieburn High.
Yep. Hello to all our Craigieburn listeners. I've been out there.
They're going to be a lot better looking. So
they're going to be.
So why are wealthy people way better looking? Like, what comes first? Does
I
wealth create good looking, or if you're good looking, are you a better chance in life of becoming wealthy?
Well, you can be. I reckon it's a little of column A, a little of column B.
Okay.
But I reckon, don't be surprised, Tom. Like, you think, people are just good looking. Mate, there's a lot of people putting shit in their face that, even though they're young.
Yeah, but you've still got to have the base. Mate, you could.
I'm fucked.
You could get a fucking super soaker, fill it with
Botox
and jam it into your face, and you're still not.
I'm still a 2.
Yeah, and I'm the
1?
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I reckon we can fix ourselves.
You reckon we could fix ourselves?
Well, we're going to need a shitload, but I reckon that's where the money comes in.
I need plugs, for starters.
Plugs.
So we're looking at 30 grand there for plugs.
Could you transplant some of the hair off your fucking legs and shoulders?
And arse and just the whole... I'm literally covered in hair everywhere,
Except
but
your
not
head.
in the one place I want it.
And there's nothing worse though as well, because you look like you're a bit run down. You haven't had a shave.
My 6-year-old son said to me the other day, he said, "Daddy, can people have hair growing out of their ears?" And I said, "Why? Who have you seen with that?" And he said, "You."
What a little
he wasn't even being a smart ass. He was like really curious.
Literally curious.
He was curious. So, I'm now getting those patches. Would you call it your glute? Is that a glute?
No, you glute your ass, Tom. So.
Well,
what's
that?
patches on there is your lat.
I'm now getting like tufts of hair coming out of my lat.
It's no good, mate.
What
it's no good.
What the fuck is going on?
She's downhill from here, mate. I reckon you're.
So anyway, so fuck checkers out there. I'd love to hear your opinion. Like, does it? Surely, if you're just blessed with good looks, it increases your chances.
You got to you're getting a better job. Like, you're not stacking shelves at Safeway. You're at least on the register.
Yeah, you don't see many absolutely 10 out of 10 guys or girls
driving forklifts. In Craigieburn.
Shelves. A big shout out to our Craigieburn listeners. Oh, it's just...
It's a tough one. It's a tough one, Tom, and we are really crunching the big issues here on the Good Banter podcast.
But anyway, so the reason I brought that up is all I wanted was a 4 and 20 pie.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I couldn't get a 4 and 20 pie in the MCC. They had gourmet pies, $7.20. Not bad.
It's not too bad for a gourmet. Most bakeries are running $7.20 pies.
Yeah, and you're in the MCC, and it was off the fucking charts.
And you've turned into a wanker, Tom.
And there was lamb and vegetable.
Lamb's nice.
Or there was and rosemary.
Oh,
I don't know what rosemary
Jesus.
is.
Oh, rosemary beads.
Canteen.
Oh yeah, rosemary.
And the or just a beef and some other shit. So I chose the beef. So play it safe.
Happy with that.
And off the Richter.
Temperature wise.
So maybe I've temperature perfect. It did fall apart at the end, and I fucking dropped the big.
Yeah, see, they're not serving the ploppers.
No, the guts.
They're serving the old shitty 4 and 20s out in the Shane Warne stand with the old bag people.
But $7.20 for a gourmet pie in the MCC,
mate. I'm telling you, bakeries are $7.20. If you're spending less than $7.20 on a pie at a bakery, you're doing pretty well.
Oh, you're out in the bush.
you're right out there.
And,
You're right out there.
And there's some. I remember all bakeries used to be good. Not the case anymore.
Nah, they're fucked.
Oh,
There's no pride
And this is
in
going to be
bakeries
come
anymore.
across as
I reckon any old ice addict or any old, say, hey, I can cook a few pies, mate. Oh, I don't think you can,
well,
champ.
this is going to sound racist, and it's not.
Oh,
Should I
boy.
go with this?
Oh, mate, go for it, mate.
All right.
It's your life.
I hope this doesn't come across as racist, because there's other things like this in my life, and
Right.
one.
I'm tipping
If
it's
I
gonna.
walk into a bakery,
And there.
there's say a Vietnamese or someone behind the counter.
Yep.
I'm doing a Yui.
Straight out of there.
I'm out of there.
You're not even having a crack.
Yeah, but that's not racist, because if I walk into my local Thai restaurant and
there's-
fucking Frank the Greek's bloody
Like,
cooking the
springies.
springies,
Jesus, what are you doing, Frankie boy?
I'm doing a Yui.
Well,
You've
it works
gotta
both
stick,
ways.
You've got to
You
stick
stick
with
in your
what
lane.
you know.
Stick
Stay
in your lane.
Or you go to
Fish and chip. What's fish and chip now?
Well,
Because
it's
that
the Greeks.
went from Greek to now it's maybe more
Well, I wouldn't mind.
the other way.
I trust the Asians to have a crack at
Yeah, they're
at
going
the
all
fish and
right.
chips.
They're going all
Yeah.
right.
But just
don't
the
have
bakeries,
the
I
bat.
don't think they understand. They put this shit in the meat that I've never understood. It's like bits of
Gristle?
no, yeah, they got gristle, but it's like clear, like fucking almost jellyfish. Like
yeah.
like what is it? What is that
It's just
shit?
filler. It's just
Is it
filler.
filler? Someone once told me it's to
mate.
keep the meat
It's
together.
fucking not meat.
It's not. It's definitely
It's
not
not
meat.
fucking
It's fucking
meat.
see-through.
It's fucking
It's like a
shit.
jelly. It's like a clear
Oh,
jelly.
I don't reckon you're getting that in every pie.
No, you are. Well, when the Asians are involved, yeah. And again, I'm jeepers. Maybe we cut that bit out. But again, if I go into Vietnamese and there's an Aussie guy behind the counter, I'm walking
Mate,
out.
get
So
out,
stay in
dickhead.
your lane, guys.
That's it.
Stay in
That's
your
it.
lane. All right.
Stick to your
All right.
what you do best.
Which is
That's, and Tom, I think that's offend everyone.
no, not everyone.
Not everyone, just Craigie Byrne and
Craigie Byrne,
Ties
Vietnamese,
and Asians.
Asians.
Oh
That's
boy.
a fair chunk.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's all good.
That's all good. Got to have a.
All right, hang on. What else is on Tom's
else is-
sheet?
Oh, mate, I've got heaps of shit, but I think we're out of
Jews.
time, haven't we?
Jews.
Yeah.
You want to have a crack at them? No, we're out of time. We're out of time.
We're out of time.
So hey, if you're where are you on the weekend? Where are your gigs? What are you up to?
I'm at Balan.
Balan.
And this is another case of why I need to get myself a manager or something. I booked fucking 2 gigs in Balan. I got Balan Footy Club. Week later, I booked the Balan Pub.
Yeah, I reckon that's different. I reckon it's different crowd. Different
well,
crowd though. Well,
they
we'll
didn't seem to
see.
think so.
We'll see. No, they're not happy. They're not happy.
They were very good about it, actually. They were both very understanding. So
Come down and throw fucking shit pies at Tommy
yeah,
at the second gig.
Yeah, so get down to Balan. Got plenty on. I got other shit on, but I tell you what, it escapes me right now.
That's all right.
You're off
So
to Tassie.
I'm down in Tassie. So I've already done the gig at Jokers, but it's almost sold out as we speak. All right, so it doesn't matter now but on Friday I'm at the Rest Point Casino. So let's fill out that room, the Derwent room at the Rest Point Casino. If you know anyone in Tassie who wants to come down, watch a comedy show, and then do your nuts on the bloody roulette table.
I tell you what,
Let's do it.
They use the term casino fairly loosely down in
there's
casino. That's
fuck all.
I've seen a couple of mates having a poker night that are probably
That's
bigger
probably
casinos
bigger
than that.
Yep, fair call. So, yeah, come down if you want to play on the one pokey machine.
But it's a good point.
Get
It's a good
down
place. It's a good
It's
vibe.
a great spot, mate. It's a great spot, Hobart. We love it. And, looking forward to catching up with Cindy.
Good on you,
Timmy.
Cindy.
I think
And
Timmy. And
maybe you
then
can head back
I'm
to Cindy's
at Maui.
place and watch some old
Watch
neighbours
some
reruns.
Neighbours
Her
reruns
and her hubby.
Jason Donovan and Kylie Minogue and
Yep.
Natalie Bassent-Thwaite.
Oh, she's
She's
good.
beautiful. She's beautiful, mate. She's
Yep.
looking good at the MCC members.
yeah. She's
eating gourmet pies.
She's MCC.
She's not out in Craigieburn.
No. She's
She
getting
gives that
the
joint a
lamb and roast
wide berth.
meat. Yep.
Yep, loves it. So, and then I'm down at Maui Footy Club on Saturday. So,
Not many Asians and neighbours. They for something that they've tried to be. You know, they've got the lesbians and everything involved. They never went really multicultural. Maybe that's why they didn't pass the test of time.
Maybe that's why they're in trouble. And they Anyway, that's neither here nor there, Tom. That's neither here nor there.
I gotta maybe move.
Maybe
move
you
on.
got to move on, Tom, and maybe you got to get a bit more open-minded. So, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Tell your friends about it. Get on the YouTube. The YouTube's fine. We will get this out. I'll premiere it this week, so it's going to get to like 9 a.m. on. You're not going to hear this. Sorry.
Not gonna hear what?
Well, I keep talking like they're going to hear this before it comes out.
Oh yeah.
So don't do that. But get on the Instagram, get on the YouTube, tell your mates, tell your friends. Let's pump this thing up because I think because of the long weekend, no one could listen to this with their family. So now you're back at work.
Yep.
Get on board, have a listen, and hey, I reckon that's another episode of.
Go down and give your. Support your local bakery. Doesn't matter who's behind the counter. What nationality. Just support them.
If you're living in Craigie Burn, hit us up. I'll give you Tom's address. You go fuck him up.
But good luck because I can fight. Can fight.
Hey, that's another one in the can. It's another episode of Good Banter.